Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm it.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. We back again with another one. We got some crazy news, and big salute to Ticket TV for providing this information, because I had to do a little digging to find this, man. There is a inmate by the name of Paul Russell Winters who's accusing the entire music industry for human trafficking and slavery, exploitation of his voice. He's accusing Diddy, Jay-Z, Ye, Tupac, Drake, Akademiks, and the entire music industry for this whole thing, man. He says that this is exploitation of his voice with the auto-tunes machine, and that he wants 30% of everything from the music business. Now, crazy enough, guess whose name did not pop up? You guessed it, Kendrick Lamar. His name never popped up. But let's take a closer look at this. This is from, the Diddy docket. So let's take a look. I think I heard this inmate's name before. Paul Russell Winters, yeah. But let's get into it, man. So here's the first filing right here. Here's what it says, gang. It says, in the United States District Court for the District of Colorado, because he is locked up in Colorado, Paul Russell Winters, number 92391, who is the plaintiff, says YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Def Jam, Quality Control, DJ Akademiks, Moneybagg Yo, Trey, OVO, Sam Hunt, Yo Gotti, Paper Route Empire, Shady Records, Gucci Mane, Kanye, Sean Combs, Jay-Z, Tupac, Death Row Records, Artisan Records, Sony Records, Young Money, etc. A lot of artists who I can't read the rest of that. A lot of artists to name in all genres of music. And the prisoner complaint is the entire music industry, which is crazy, right? But wait, there's more, alright? Let's get to what exactly he wrote, because this is his first claim, alright? So in his first claim, this is what he's saying, alright? First claim says, I'm the voice around the world, and I have been treated like an industry slave and human trafficked, with federal authority leading the way through my musical and vocal talents with the auto-tunes machine. Enslaved by a controlled environment with highest federal authorizations and industry slave drivers and human traffickers. Another fact is my iPhone 8, which is $100 million cell phone. No luck had it could have been Martin Lawrence on 201 Appalore Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee 38103. The story and truth in a lot of the songs produced and written YouTube videos. Fly on 02 by DJ Akademiks. What? This is crazy. James, this is just bizarre. Alright. And this third document here, request for relief, says 30% of all music since January of 2021 made with machine, the royalties and NFTs all the way down to the board. Okay, listen, this inmate might be out of his mind, or is he out of his mind? This guy says he is the voice behind this auto-tune machine, and that the entire music industry is using him. He was trafficked and all this nonsense to have his voice used, and federal authorities help. Like, this sounds absolutely absurd, insane. Is this guy insane, or is he telling the truth? I don't know what's going on here. But he just named a bunch of hip-hop acts, right? For the majority, like, the people we see listed here are a bunch of hip-hop people. These are not people across genres. These are people who are doing just strictly hip-hop. And why is Tupac's name? First of all, you're suing Tupac. Or Tupac's estate, for that matter. Like, it doesn't make sense. You dig? The only auto-tune we heard when it came to Pac was with California Love. I'm gonna just say that. So, Pac been going for how long? Almost 30 years, man, since 96. This guy been going for almost 30 years. And you're talking about that Pac is a part of, this 30%. I mean, not 30%. A part of this lawsuit in where you are suing behind you being the voice behind an auto-tune machine. This sounds crazy, but this is a real lawsuit from Paul Russell Winners. I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him. Actually, I have heard of him, but I think it was for something different. This guy might just be off of his rocker, if you're gonna be honest. Dig what I'm saying? Like, come on. You said a lot of artists in all genres of music, but you named strictly hip hop things. And you're suing YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Dev. Like, what? What's going on here? And why are you suing? Like, this to me, I don't know about this one, champs. This seems incredibly far-fetched. Now, listen, I have the most open mind in the world. Like, I could see if something is clearly wrong. But if we being real, like, how real do we think this is? This person might just be a lunatic, man. I mean, is this guy locked up in ADX? Because if we're talking about people that is locked up in prison and Colorado, 9 times out of 10 they in ADX. ADX is for some of the biggest criminals in the entire United States. El Chapo was there, Big Meech was there, just to name a few. You dig what I'm saying? So, what's really the issue here? And why is everybody out of the woodworks making these huge lawsuits? We just seen Dame Dash, saying he's suing Cameron for $300 million for defamation. All of a sudden, everybody just wants to make these huge lawsuits. Then this guy says he wants 30%. All right, 30% of everything from the music industry. That's a lot of money. This 30% alone sounds like billions of dollars. Like, literally. And how would you be able to see these funds if you are indeed locked up in federal custody doing a long bid? I mean, it's not confirmed that he's in ADX in those mountains out there. But if you are, champ, how do you expect to attain these funds, champ? You dig what I'm saying? When you locked up in federal custody, this wouldn't make sense, right? So again, this whole thing is crazy. But this was posted by Diddy Docket, so it's not fake. The claims might be, but the dockets itself were 100% real. And these documents, this was actually done on September 17th, 2025, which was 3 days from now. 3 days ago. You dig? These documents came out. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm surprised a lot of people is not covering. But big shout out to Ticket TV, man. He's the one who I seen talking about it. So I had to do some digging, had to do some research to see what it was about. And apparently these are some real court docs here, man. This is a real lawsuit. And I don't know where he thinks he's going with this. I also don't know how DJ Akademiks has involvement in this, especially when he himself is not an artist. Some things just don't make sense to me. I'm just being real. But y'all tell me if I'm bugging. Listen, I know some of y'all out there are gonna be like, wait a minute, he has a point, because we see obvious people who a lot of the algorithm doesn't like being named in here. But the Tupac thing is confusing me because he's like the oldest artist being listed. I mean, everyone else is like current artists. You know what I'm saying? But then you mentioned Tupac. He ain't made music in almost 30 years. How does his name come up? And everybody else is like current artists, like people who have more recently been musically relevant. You feel what I'm saying? Not that Tupac ain't relevant, but he's not active. He's not present in the music business. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know where he's going with that. I'm gonna be real. But gang, yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Is this like some weirdo schizophrenic behavior? Is this guy off of his rocker? Listen, I need you to let me know how y'all feel in that comment section, gang. I'm gonna be real, okay? I don't know what's happening here, but this looks crazy. Alright, smash up on a like, share the video if you have not. Also, join the mayor's Discord, which is called Big Gotham. It has nearly 1,000 people. Link will be in the comments. It's a fire Discord. We do a lot of things in there. Also, the mayor's second channel, which is called Big Gotham as well, which has nearly 1,000 subs. Make sure you subscribe. There's new content up there. We always do content up there. Make sure you sub. We almost hit 1,000 in just 1 month. Salute to y'all, man. But one more thing. before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor. The one and only New York Mayor, Frederick Adams. You rockin' with the Tam favorite Troll Face News. It's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the Tam versus everybody at all times. Hit that like, share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.